everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to find you here. And I'm always excited to upload new content for your pleasure and hopefully your pleasure and your view. So please like it and subscribe and follow me because I like following you. I wanted to follow up last week's topic of friendships and segue it into relationships. And in line with this new holiday that's set for this coming Saturday, October 16th, 2021 would be the first year. So in 2 days, there's a new holiday called Sweethearts Day. And it's not when you say sweetheart, you think of your sweetheart, but it's you're a sweetheart. And you're a sweetheart of a friend, you're a sweetheart of a brother, you're a sweetheart of a neighbor. And I guess the whole goal, I guess we'll see how this day goes, right? The goal of the day is to just recognize someone who has a sweet spirit, a kind heart. And, I'm all for that. I'm always saying, just use kindness, use sweetness, you know, just give people more of a pass. And when I was growing up, my dad used to always call us girl sweetheart. And we'd be like, what sweetheart you talking about? Daddy, what sweetheart you calling? And so that's a term of endearment for me. And I have to brace myself not to call people sweetheart because you don't want to make someone feel uncomfortable with that. But following last week's topic on friendships, I want to talk about this whole idea of relationships in families, relationships at work, friendships we have, relationships at church, and how well are we suited to manage our relationships? How is it that they seem to go south, right? How is it that we marry someone and then years later we divorce? And so this is also being followed by, I have a friend that he's been married 5 times. And we asked him, just date. And he wants to be married. So he got married in 2018 and he's divorced already again. So it's 5 times. When I think about that and I say, gee, what failure, but is it failure? Because there are great catches out there that's been married as many times. J-Lo, she's been married 3 times and has had many boyfriends and went back recently to Ben Affleck. Kim Kardashian is going through divorce right now. Okay, she's been married 3 times. She's going through a divorce right now and has had several boyfriends along the way. If we think back, Elizabeth Taylor, there used to be an ongoing joke about her having 8 husbands. One she married twice. She had 7 different husbands, but she married Richard Burton twice. And here's Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And you would think, what a power couple. Why would you break that up? And my heart was broken last couple months ago when I was so proud of Dr. Dre and Nicole, the story of their love and how he really pursued her because she was different than any woman that he ever met. She gave him a hard time. He met her at his law firm where she worked, I think as the legal analyst or something, and she was not interested in that kind of dude. And she was going to corporate and all this and how he pursued her. Now, after 14 years, they're getting a divorce. Sometimes I think to myself, thank goodness I don't have the power to do it. But I feel like if you've been married, if you could cross over that 7-year itch, you're not getting a divorce. So if I was a judge, I say go back and fix it. If you can't tell me how they violated their vow I mean, like to cheat on you or steal money from you, or, you know, found out they're killing people or just some crazy stuff. Yeah. But this excuse of irreconcilable differences, what did they do? What in you can't reconcile it? And I'm careful with my views because I'll raise my hand, I'll admit, I've been skeptical of marriage because of these results. Like, I got, you know, and divorce is painful. I don't care if it's amicable. Look at Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Ooh. It's just that. I don't care how amicable it is. It's painful because what you're doing is you're ripping apart two families now. And no, you're ripping apart one family and trying to make it two. Now the kids have to decide. Now you're not invited to that holiday. It's just too much to me. Again, I'm careful with my opinion because I'm too afraid to get married. Look at it. The divorce rate in America is more than 50%. Second divorces is 67%. Third divorces are 74%. I mean, marriages. So the divorce rate is 50%. Second marriages is 67% or something like that. And third is 74%. So the more you get married, the more experience you have, the greater your chance of getting divorced. As I mentioned earlier, the 5 of a friend of mine, the 3 for Kim Kardashian, the 3 for Jennifer Lopez. Why would you want to divorce those women? What's going on in that household? And by the way, I love the relationship with Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony. That should have stayed together. It was too beautiful. So what's in us that can't help us, make us come to the table as a full person and make and manage our relationships so that they work and honor and match the very vows we took? Do we need to call marriage something different? Or should we say we get married for 5 years and then we go back to the table? What's the magic of that? Because see, I personally, this again, now me, I don't want to ever divorce. You marry me, you in it forever. Yes, you are. This is what you get. uh, we are irdivorceable. We're not divorced. I ain't giving you one. I'm not giving you one. All this? Come on now. uh-uh. Uh-uh. I brought you the credentials to the table of the very things that you want most in a woman. And I want most in a man. And we got each other. How lucky are we? So you stay. I could teach my dog to stay. You sit and you relax. I can teach my dog to sit. Not calling anybody a dog, just saying. This is our life forever and eternity. I'm going to be following you in the soul realm. But this thing of relationship and jumping to a conclusion, finishing it before you can get to the, conversation of reconciliation. So there are 5 different phases of a successful cleaning up, what I call cleaning up a relationship. It starts with reunification. First of all, you got to come together. You should have been fixing you while you were apart, and vice versa. So reunification. You got to bring the two bodies together. Just like, for example, if you work in accounting and things don't make, you got to reconcile those records and bring them back together where they make sense to the average reader. Your tax guy does it for you. Your accountant does it for you. Some of us still do it with our bank statements, whether online or in paper. You bring it back together, reunify it. Then you reconcile it. Okay? You reconcile it. And then you hope that both of you are coming to the table for the same thing. You restore, restoration. So reconciliation, no, I'm sorry, reunification, reconciliation, restoration, and then you try to recover the damage you did and he did. You did and she did. Whoever the parties are, own your peace. You must, even if the lesser fault was yours, you're in it too. So let's just say it's you and I. Hi, you and I. And I'm 70% wrong and you're 30% wrong. Don't try to put it all on me. Yes, I'm mostly wrong and I'm sorry, but I want you back. You're my everything. Let's fix it. I'm not giving you a divorce. You belong to me now, and I'm yours. So bring your 30%. What did you do to fix your 30%? I did all this work on my 70%. Look at all this. I came back like a queen. And you came back like a king, or whatever your situation is. King, king, queen, queen, king, queen, whatever you want to call it. Do you, boo? I'm okay with that. But own your peace. So recovery. And then at the end of all of that, it's restitution. A vow that it won't happen again. Whatever it was that brought us here, whatever it was that tried to cut us apart, it won't happen again. It takes a greater source, a higher source, a universe, God himself. Because what he does, God himself, whomever you honor, and I respect that. So I'm not going to give a name to your being. I don't know where you are watching this. I respect your choice. But it takes a higher source, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. While you may be getting ready, that person may be getting on. So then you waited too long. It takes a higher source to bring that person back to you because you woke up too late, and vice versa. So all of this bringing it together, conjoining it, all of this what I call flow. Bruce Lee talks about flow, be the water. Just flow with it. Flow with it. Stop trying to control it or the other person. And work on a thriving relationship. Let love be the base of it. But make a commitment that your relationship, whatever it is, like I said, it could be a relationship you're trying to restore with mother, father, son, sister, whatever. I'm just using love because, yet again, someone else is getting divorced. Does it work? It's not even any better results in the church. It's as high. And yes, is it my own naivete or is it my own desire for what I want to see in the world? But I have an expectation that the church lives and functions differently and at a higher source. Because you serve a higher God directly. You're an example. You're the light that other people see. Matthew 5:16 says, let your light so shine. Let your light so shine that others will see me through you and glorify me like you. So that's what I mean by that's just me. That's just me. Yes, it's an imperfect world. Don't challenge me on that. I am not trying to kumbaya everyone. I understand. But for the divorce rate to be so high, Dr. Dre, all of that handsome man who got his life so together, $300,000 a month, some of us don't earn that a year. And you're now divorcing to give her $300,000 a month. You didn't make that work. Yes, You should make that work. There's a song that years ago that's called "It's Cheaper to Keep Her." Ain't that the truth? So when we think about leaving someone, exiting left, locking the door, you got to change the keys. You got to change your taxes. You got to make all these changes to get the person that you sought so deeply. You been searching high and low. Where's she at? Where he at? Only to divorce a few years later. Go fix you, my friend. Yes, go fix you. And let me tell you this too. Like my friend that got a divorce after 5 times of being married, you're catchable. You're just not keepable. There is something in you where 5 women have that same thing for these famous names I mentioned. I do not care. I'm not trying to downcast them. Learn how to manage relationships better. Respect them. Honor them. Care for them. Learn how to love that person in the way they need to be loved, not your cookie cutter way. Cookie cutter way doesn't work for me. I'm a special person, and it doesn't work for you. You're a special person. I can't love you the same way I love someone else. No, you're a king. You're a different kind of king. I gotta find out what's important to you. Do I expect to go to dinner with you and expect you to order the same thing he would have ordered? Tell the same kind of jokes that made me laugh, do the same thing he did to woo me? Now, there's certain things that across the board are important to a person, certain characteristics. You got to have your act together to come here. Yes, you do. But I don't even have high standards, and most of us don't. But once you get that person and you get in that relationship, honor it. Every friendship, honor it. Every friendship, honor it. I had a Zoom meeting with a dear friend today. Hi, Phyllis. We had a Zoom meeting, and we ended up talking about things from decades ago, just like it was yesterday. And I knew her decades ago. And guess what? She ain't the only friend in that category. I cherish my friends. And there's not another Phyllis like her. And it better not be another Sheri like me either. But the point of the matter is, that person has that characteristic that you should find out about them and treasure it. We all have such limited time anymore. Didn't COVID teach us that? Didn't COVID teach us that? Honor the person. Don't find yourself leaving and making something that would end a relationship quicker than is necessary. That speaks volumes on you. Are you that person that shoots before you ask questions? That's what that is. Don't do it. Divorce should be uncommon. The reasons should be stronger than irreconcilable differences. I had an irreconcilable difference when my sister wore my red sweater and didn't ask my permission for it. That caused a fight. Don't touch my stuff. And she older than me at the time. Well, still is, but my dad said, you know, you got some moxie going to somebody that's 3 years older than you. I don't touch my stuff without my permission. So I had that in me when I was 6 years old. I still have it. Understand the person. Understand the person and love them for who they are. And I love you. I do. Bye now.